So, welcome back to the vlog. Full disclosure, everything is true that you saw in the title. I have quit my job. I have become a full-time content creator. I did start a YouTube channel with 0 subscribers, and currently, I think I only have, at the time of making this video, what we're looking at, I currently have 30 subscribers on the channel I'd like to talk about. I've made this video because I know there's a lot of people out there looking for stuff like this, and probably if you've searched for a quitting job or something, I know the mindset that you're probably in right now, and I wanted to make this video to sort of explain what I did, but I also don't want you to just go quitting your job. I implore you to watch the video. You know, I'm not massively successful at all. I haven't got 100,000 subscribers and everything's great. It gets real. So just keep that in mind. Oh, battery's dying. I'm recording this in the tea room because I wanted to reward my loyal subscribers that joined the channel when we started this tea room and give you basically an updated tea room tour. So there's a few parts that we've changed, so stay tuned to the end of this video because I'll just give you a quick tour and show you what we've changed. We started this tea room in 2019. I started daily vlogging with this channel, and it's how I sort of built it up a little bit, but I did stop because everything got in the way. I had a day job, we had the tea room, we have 2 children, it all just got a little bit much, but I really valued daily vlogging because it helped me practice, it helped me improve my skills, and it helped build a sort of a bit of a community, and I learned from that community, so I'm really grateful of it. There's a few videos that really did do well in terms of my views anyway, that was basically explaining things about the business, and that's sort of what I want to try and do with this, because effectively I am now a full-time content creator and I technically have an agency as well. I think it's just been a strange time over the last couple of years, and you know, everything that's happened has made everyone rethink what they're doing with their lives and things like that. But this, for me, I got to the point where my day job as a sales consultant, double glazing, it went absolutely mad with orders. The tea room was busy. I got to the stage where I had a stress in my head and it was different to everything else I've ever had. So I decided I had to do something drastic. We looked at all the options, and I tried to look at sort of reducing my hours at my day job so I could just spend some time on the tea room. It just didn't really work. You know, when you're in sales, there's just no way that you can just say, let's have 3 days off a week and I'll deal with you next week. It doesn't work that way. So I had to make the difficult decision to leave my job. So I did, and associated with that was guilt. I was leaving everyone I've been working with for the last 15 years. They were stretched as it was because it was so busy. I talked to everyone involved, and basically we came up with the logic being that, you know, they'll find a way. They need to make some changes and they'll do that. So I quit. I left my job. I then spent the next month or so sort of catching up with the tea room, and when I got to that point, we then sort of moved into what do we do next, and we came up with the idea of sort of edible marketing campaign. So we created a division of the tea room that just handles business. But while I was doing that, those of you who have been watching the channel know that I may have mentioned, you must be avid watchers, I came up with the idea for Glazing Insider in 2018. I didn't actually make anything towards it, apart from a couple of test videos, which will come out at some point. I just didn't have the capacity. I started daily vlogging for the tea room, and we documented that process, and it was interesting and fun. It's something I've always wanted to do. So long story short, I was sort of tidying up my LinkedIn, speaking of LinkedIn, and I deleted my Glazing Insider page. Thought I'd never ever do this, that's it, time's gone, I'm not in the industry anymore, and that's it. And you know when you make a mistake? You know when you do something and you think, I shouldn't have done that? And I went to bed that night thinking, no, I shouldn't have done that. So I woke up the next morning and I saw an email for a show, and it was actually a show that happens in Germany. It's all about fenestration and windows and doors, and something inside of me said, I want to go to that. There's still part of me that wants to do that. So the passion was still there. I decided now is the time. If I'm going to make videos dedicated to fenestration or glazing, now's the time. I can sort of adjust my schedule to make videos. And I genuinely thought, our industry probably isn't ready. We're slightly behind the times, but it's a massive industry. There's a lot of businesses. They're all trying to be different and stand out. So I just thought I'll try it. It's been received very well. And this is an important thing. So if you're thinking of doing the same, there were a few things that really helped me. So firstly, I had experience. I practiced I uploaded a video. I didn't just start a channel without ever uploading anything. This channel started all that for me, so I've practiced. So I had no worries about what I was going to do when I started the channel. Secondly, I have experience in glazing. I've been working in it over 15 years now, so the experience is there. I have knowledge. I'm passionate about it and I understand it. The third thing, which was important, I had connections within the industry. So I went to a friend of mine now, Heaven, and I said, I want to make these videos and I need to use your showroom. I made a video, I made them some videos. It worked. They were really impressed with what I did, and it just sort of all worked out. And from that point on, I then decided this is something I could really look at. The industry it's big enough so that, you know, everyone can create, and that there's already content creators technically in the space, but most of them are sort of, it's written, and they've got a lot of websites and trade magazines, but no one's really taken on videos in this format. So that was sort of step one. That's where I am currently. I'm currently making videos, trying to make one video a week, and I'm working with companies on collaborations to try and create content. So this is one part of this. The other side is podcasting. So with the video and the Glazing Insider brand, there was something in my head that said I needed to start a podcast. And really, it was for me because I'm genuinely interested in people within the industry. There's so many great people. There's a lot of inspiring stories out there. So I decided to start a podcast that basically interviews people about their journey into the fenestration world. It's going really, really well. And it's very exciting. It's not a massive setup. It's not a massive budget. But I do travel and I do go and visit these people at the same time. So I record face to face. While technically it's a cost in time and petrol, it's worth it. I get a connection with them, I get to see these sites, and this is why I wanted to bring the vlog back, because I'll show you what I'm doing. So if there's part of you that wants to be a content creator, I want to inspire you to do it. Now, it has worked out that I am being paid for some of my jobs now, which is why I started Nozzle, which is the creative agency, because there are a few companies that have seen what I've been doing with Glazing Insider and they just want me to make them a few videos behind the scenes. There are a lot of interesting videos that are coming up. I'm collaborating with some companies to make some very interesting content. Really, from this video, if you're in a job where you're stressed and you think you want to be a content creator, I do implore you to just upload something. And this is what I've explained to a few people. I had this channel to practice. So when I started the Glazing Insider channel, I had no reservations about what I was going to do. When I started this channel, just under my name, it was a vlog, and it's a very, very hard thing to get a vlog going. I try to be informative and provide value. And that's my intention for this channel from now on. So every week, I plan to just sort of give you an idea of the highlights of my week. I don't want to say weekly vlog, but along the lines of sort of the highlights. So just to give you an idea of what I'm doing, where I'm going, and how I'm doing it. So hopefully it can help someone if you're in this situation, but also I want to give you the behind the scenes stuff, and effectively it's creating content for me as well, because with the Glazing Insider I can share it on all social media. I'm not just uploading on YouTube, so this is a very slow process. I'm covering every single platform individually. So I might make one YouTube video, but I am splitting that up and it is going over all the platforms from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok, and I'm building audiences on all of those platforms. It's going to take a long time and I'm not worried about that. The biggest thing with this that I think everyone gets disheartened about is you need patience. It doesn't happen overnight. Currently, I've set up probably on all of my social media followings. My TikTok is currently the highest. I've got about 370 followers on that. All the others are sort of around 117, 120 mark, and slowly they're building up 1 or 2 subscribers every now and then. It's only going to grow because I'm going to be consistent. It does take a lot to create content. This isn't a case of, I want to be real with you and say, this isn't an easy thing. It's not, and the other thing is, people do not value it. They don't really see what goes into it. So I am trying to show a bit of everything here, because planning the podcast, recording the podcast takes a day at least. Then you've got editing, and the same with my videos. So some videos are easier than others, some I have to travel for, and it really depends on what I'm doing and that kind of thing. So I'm going to show everything, and hopefully you'll get some value out of this. I'm still involved with the tea room, so I'm running everything behind the scenes really. Sophie, my wife, does everything day to day, so she's in here every weekend baking and creating all the nice things. So, as promised, I'll give you the tour. This was not here when we first opened. It's basically a lot of storage of all nice things. That is a freezer that I don't know if you saw that before, for the ice creams. The bar is pretty much the same as it was before, probably a few variations with different things like that. Then I'd say tea room, this bit is probably very similar apart from me being messy with chairs and a lot more plants. And literally last week you would have seen this ceiling full of balloons, which is where the things are on the ceiling there. And also, I don't know, hang on, security cameras are now in the tea room everywhere because, yeah, there is some alcohol as well. So we did get our license and we now are fully licensed to serve alcohol. Now, the last bit, which could be interesting for some, maybe not others. So we've got the hall. This has basically been redecorated. The new floor here, actually I forgot about the floor. This used to be a blue carpet. This was all put in by a carpenter, not me, didn't do this. And this is the toilet. This is the bit that some people have been waiting for. It took a very long time. And to be honest, again, the same chap that put that flooring down finished off this toilet. So let me just back out a second here. So this is how it finished in the end. This was the vision. I think Sophie got what she wanted in the end. She sort of had the vision for this toilet before everyone else. There's a mirror. And very spacious, nice flooring, which I think I bought on one of the vlogs. Then, similar setup with this one. This one was completely created by George, designed by Sophie, and it's very, very similar. We've got the similar sinks and things like that, same concept, same floor, but it's just not full height on the paneling. So that's it. That's pretty much what we've been up to over the last year. We've managed to get the tea room to the point where I think Sophie's happy with it and she's now concentrating on the menu and things like that. If you're interested in following my journey, I'll try and document as much as I possibly can without being too boring and try and put in any information that people want to see. So if there's something that you'd like me to show you or explain or research, put it in the comments down below and I'll see what I can do. If you are interested in fenestration or glazing, consider subscribing to my other channel. Otherwise, don't, because you'll mess up my analytics and I only want people that are genuinely interested in that. Otherwise, maybe just stick around here. If you don't want to subscribe to this channel, understandable. You know, we've only just met. You may not want to commit, but I'll say goodbye now because YouTube is so big, I'll probably never see you again. Thank you for watching. Until next time.